Did you ever want to know what chicken soup has to do with drumming? Then watch this video. Hi, I'm Derek, and in this lesson I will give you an introduction to polyrhythms. And polyrhythms means that you are playing two different rhythms at the same time. And I want to start with the most common polyrhythm. It is called 3/2. So what I just did was playing 3 beats with the hands, while I have played 2 beats at the same time with the bass drum. And I will guide you now step by step to reach the goal. So step number 1 is to play quarter notes in the bass drum and triplets alternating with your hands. Sounds like this. Then the next step would be to play all strokes with your right hand accented and with the left hand unaccented. And I will begin again with the first step, playing even and unaccented alternating triplets and then switching to the accented strokes. Okay, and the next step would be to leave out the left hand and play only the rhythm from the right hand. And if this is too difficult, then I would recommend to play the left hand with the soft strokes on your leg, so you don't hear the strokes. And I will show you again from the beginning, playing triplets, unaccented, then the right hand accented, the left hand unaccented, and the third step is to play the left hand on your leg. When you play the rhythm this way, then you can really focus on both limbs. So the right hand is playing the 3-beat rhythm and the right foot is playing the 2-beat rhythm. And the last step would be to play the rhythm alternating between 2 hands. So you have the same rhythm but played with both hands alternating. And this is what I showed in the beginning, but I will now demonstrate step by step to achieve this goal. And now this brings us to the chicken soup. So chicken soup in German is Hühnersuppe. And if you're speaking it in a rhythmical way. So you have Hühner Suppe, Hühner Suppe, Hühner Suppe, Hühner Suppe. Then try this exercise. You're playing the 3-beat rhythm with the right hand on one instrument, for example on the rim of the middle tom, and play the 2-beat rhythm on the snare drum. And this is how it sounds. So I leave out the bass drum. Try the other way around, so you're playing the 3-beat rhythm with your left hand on the snare drum and the 2-beat rhythm on the rim of the middle tom. And now try this exercise. You're starting with the right hand playing 3 beats on the rim, and with the left hand 2 beats on the snare drum, and after 2 bars then you're switching the hands, or the rhythms in the hands. So you have 3 beats with your left hand on the snare drum and 2 beats with your right hand on the rim. So this was 3/2, so it was the Chickensoup or Hühnersuppe polyrhythm. If you change it from 3/2 to 2/3, you have a different word in German. It's the Kalbsleberwurst. Okay, repeat it, Kalbsleberwurst. And this is a great word to learn this polyrhythm. But first of all, I will demonstrate how it sounds. So I play the 3-beat in the bass drum and the 2-beat rhythm with both hands alternating on the snare drum. So as you heard, it was the Kalbsleberwurst polyrhythm. So it was Kalbsleberwurst, Kalbsleberwurst, Kalbsleberwurst. Okay? So it's that easy. So again, I will guide you step by step to achieve the goal to play this polyrhythm. And I play now, as in the example before, I play 3 beats, 3 quarter notes, with the bass drum with the right foot, and 8 notes alternating with both hands. The next step is to play with your hands a 3-beat phrase. So you're accenting the first stroke of 3 beats. So you have 1 accent with the right hand and 1 accent with the left hand. And again, I will start with both hands playing very even and at the same volume, and after a while I will switch to the accents. And then the last step would be to leave out all the soft strokes and play only the accents, one with the right hand and one with the left hand. Again, step by step. Of course, you can play this rhythm again between both hands or other two limbs. Now I will show you to play this rhythm more groove. So, in the beginning, I will play 3 beats with a hi-hat and the 2-beat rhythm in the bass drum. And after a while, I will play the first beat of the 2-beat rhythm, stays on the bass drum, and the second beat I play on the snare drum. So this is an idea to play the 2/3 as a kind of groove. So now we are switching to 4/3. And in the bass drum, I will play again a 3-beat rhythm. And on the snare drum, I start with 16th notes, played all unaccented. In the next step, I will play groups of 3, so the accent changes between the right and the left hand. And the last step, leaving out the unaccented strokes or notes. So what I demonstrate now is to play the 3-beat rhythm with the right hand on the right cymbal and playing the first stroke from the 4-beat rhythm with the bass drum, the second stroke with your left foot, the third stroke with your snare drum hand or left hand, and the fourth stroke again with your left foot. And to play this groove I was inspired by Vinnie Colaiuta playing on Herbie Hancock's album Imagine. So this is what it sounds like, but in a basic version. Okay, let's move on to 3/4. And step 1 is to play 4 beats in the bass drum and unaccented triplets alternating with your both hands played on the snare drum. And we are again in 4/4 time. Step 2 is to play 4-note groupings on the snare drum with both hands, so the accent stays all the time in the right hand. Leave out the unaccented strokes or notes. And last step, alternating the accents on the snare drum with both hands. The last polyrhythm I will show you in this lesson for today is 4/5. And this polyrhythm I like a lot because you have a nice groove or feel. And I will start playing 5 beats with the bass drum and playing 16th notes alternating on the snare drum. And the next step is to play a 5-note rhythm between your hands. And this means to accent the first stroke of a 5-note grouping. So the accent is alternating between your hands. Leaving out the soft notes. So now this brings us to the groove of the introduction of this video, and I will split now this rhythm between the hi-hat, the snare drum and the bass drum. And with the hi-hat I play the 5 quarter notes, so the 5-beat rhythm, and between the bass drum and the snare drum I play the 4-beat rhythm. So I play 1, 2, 3, 4, but still thinking in 5. Now speeding up. So now I will change the rhythm, or better, the phrasing of the left hand, the hi-hat rhythm, where I play the 5-beat rhythm. And I will play the first stroke louder or accented and the second stroke softer. And I will do this all over. So in the second bar of the 5-beat rhythm, it will turn around. So the first one is soft and the second one is louder. And in the third bar, again, it's like in the beginning, the first one is louder and so on and on. So now the 4/5 played with an accented hi-hat. To make it more interesting, I will now open the hi-hat on each accented strokes. And I will now change the surface of the accents and I will play as I did in the introduction. I will play the accents or the open hi-hat here on the bell of the hi-hat symbol and the softer strokes here on this place. Okay? So this groove sounds really weird, but I like it, and you can explore different groove possibilities. So another approach to work with these polyrhythms is, for example, to combine two polyrhythms. And I will close this video playing the 4/5 for one bar and then combining it with a 4/3. So the basic structure is to play a 5-beat rhythm and a 3-beat rhythm. So it's together, it's 8 beats. So we're playing like in a standard 4/4 time. And yeah, I hope you liked the video and you got something out of it. And let me know down here in the comments. And have a good time. See you next time. Bye. And then the last. Next step, to play so now